I think it was my first year hosting this program that I made a statement that I'm going to recycle because, like Eric Roberts on My First Sundance, a fantastic actor who is a very well-known guy, I introduced him by saying, my next guest needs no introduction. And then I proceeded to introduce him at length, which seems a little ironic. In any case, beware if somebody says, this guy needs no introduction, because you're about to get introduced to that guy. In any case, this fellow has been a huge inspiration to me personally. His career is absolutely amazing. To say that it was slightly beyond what most people might have thought was the realm of possibility, I think that he would agree with that, of course. You live your own life, and he has certainly done that. He's back to tell us about his latest tales from the very highest reaches of professional skateboarding. This guy hangs out with all the studs. You know why? Because he's a stud. It's Jed Fuller. What's up, brother? Yeah, skateboarding. Yeah, skateboarding. How are you, buddy?
Oh, man, I'm doing great.
You are so good. You're good getting better. You're excellent. It's following you on social media nowadays. Like, I have stopped following all of the motivational, inspirational people because I just follow skateboarding and everything's right there, man.
Dude, much respect. Thank you.
Welcome home. Great to see you. I guess we'll do let's do the 30-second version of your background in kind of what you've been doing the last 5 years or so, because to say that your ascent in skateboarding has been dramatic is
so 2000, 2003, I went through some depression, came out of that, and thanks to my kids, Mads and Abby, I love you. I got to a point where I realized skateboarding was, I guess, my Zoloft, if you will, right? Like, it allowed me to empty my head and refresh. Like, it was better than a full night's sleep, almost. Wow. So I decided if you can you
were always a great skater. I mean, you were always super into it when you were a kid.
I've been skating for 30 years. Yeah. Skating for 30 years. And so I decided to throw my hat in the ring based on a bunch of things that happened in conjunction with each other. And that was about 8 to 10 years ago that I started doing contests. And now, here I am on, local, national TV. Woo! This guy's national, this TV station's local. It's how we do it. So,
thanks, man. Thanks.
I pursued my dream. I started and I never stopped. And here I am. This 2016, I was second in the world. Professional bowl skating for masters, which is 40 and over. But I'm ranked against the likes of Steve Caballero, Chris Miller, like, just the legends.
These are the biggest names in skateboarding.
Absolutely.
In your demographic.
Yeah, absolutely. And so here I am, February, I went to Australia, sponsor paid trip. Next week on Tuesday, actually, I'm leaving for Sweden. I'll be there for a week. The universe knows what it's doing. My son's actually coming with me.
Whoa,
Sweden
man!
To be at this contest. That's
awesome.
right. That's right. I love you, boy.
That is so dope.
Abby.
That is so dope.
Vans pool party, and my daughter told me she was thinking about maybe coming to the Vans pool party with me. So
cool.
The year's been good so far, and to make a 30-second elevator pitch into like a 5-minute conversation. To make a short story even longer.
It's okay, brother. It's okay.
Here I am, and I'll be honest. So I used to say when people 10, 15 years ago, people would be like, Jed, what's up, dude? How are you doing? I'd be like, living the dream. And I knew back then that it wasn't like my dream, but I knew it was somebody's dream. Who wouldn't love to have a job that they got paid like a PTO, like corporate, right? Like, sure. I was learning stuff. And so, I had to be grateful for that because there was a lot of things I wasn't grateful for previous to that. And as I was grateful for that, here we are. If you give it time and let the tree grow and just keep the weeds out, you can accomplish amazing things 10 years later, and I'm truly living the dream.
And talk a little bit about the crew that you've been hanging out with for the last, I don't know how long you've been gone, 1 month, 2 months?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
It felt like months to me because there was such a dense amount of content coming out of Jed World. It was
time is a human made up thing, man. And the last 3 weeks, I will tell you, have been a millennial to me.
Wow.
And so I skated Bob Burnquist's place. I got some videos. We'll put them up whenever we put them up.
Yeah, in fact, why don't you keep talking, and I think Caitlin will go ahead and
so we'll look at some of the videos. Oh yeah, hey Roadkill.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is Bob Burnquist's place. When I got to California, I was friends with Mancha. What up, homie? And I just became friends with this Brazilian crew, and Bob Burnquist won a contest, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, and decided to get his half pipe that was a wooden structure cemented up, and this is what it is. And
this is at his house.
Yeah, his house is 20 feet away, and the mega ramp that you see those guys, the 20-foot X Games.
Right, Danny Way,
the only
Bob.
One, I guess one of like 2 or 3 in the world of those ramps, practice ramps, is at his house. And he, we went out and walked around on it.
And he's kind of East County in San Diego, is that right?
No, he's I don't know if I can say. He's around the Oceanside area.
I got you.
And then I also got to go skate at Tony Hawk's indoor warehouse.
It's crazy.
Which was amazing. This is it right here. So boom.
Nicely done. Caitlin Burris on the 1s and 2s.
Dude,
killing the game.
The camera killer is
the camera
killing
killer
it right now.
CB.
The moniker. Yeah, she's making it happen, dude. So this is Tony Hawk's warehouse. This is where his building is. This is where his work. He works everything from. I have a friend, Amelia, who, bless her heart, is doing amazing things for women in skateboarding. Exposure is her deal, and her boyfriend is Alec, and he works for Tony, and he has a key to the warehouse. And she called me up and said, "Hey, we're going to skate Tony's," and it was 3 or 4 people on the ramp, and Tony was nowhere to be found, like normal Joes, right? And
wow.
It was overwhelming. But in the 3 weeks I was there, my friend told me last night, you lived probably 90% of my childhood dreams in 3 weeks that you were in California. and the crazy part about it is that I did it without trying, right? So like.
Because you mentioned it to me as though, I'm just going to head to SoCal, and it wasn't like...
Yeah, man, I was going down there to try it out, see what happened, and I didn't know what I was doing. That's the funny thing, right? A lot, because like in my head, it's so crazy, confusing. Like, what are you doing? Like the 14 or even 8-year-old Jed is like, the hell are you doing, dude? We're going away from this place we call home. Like everybody.
Oh, sure.
Right? Like, what are you doing? He's freaking out. And then the adult Jed's like, no, it's okay, we got this. But the, little Jed is louder, right? And so, I went out there and I was like, okay, I'm going out there to skate. That's it. And I kept telling myself that I'm going out there to skate. So I called Mancha, and I got to shout it out, man. Mancha, Leo, Italo, Clay, Jimmy, Paul, Shay, all those are, when I post hashtag Du Bois, that's it, man. Those guys, I showed up 2 days later, I was at Mancha's house skating his ramp in full invite, and who was on the ramp when I showed up but Bob Burnquist.
And for folks who don't know, Bob Burnquist, an absolutely legendary name in skateboarding, not because of the past, although his history role is pretty amazing, but the guy is still killing the game, and he's about our same age, right? I mean, he's
40s. Yeah, 40s.
There.
So it was like 3 weeks. I skated, Mancha's backyard. I skated Bob's backyard. Him and Clay Kreiner personally gave me a tour of the mega ramp. And Bob's an all-time idol, and Clay is he is I've known him for a long time from South Carolina. We're both from the South, and like he's just a rad dude, but he's really good. He's blowing up right now, and I have a lot of respect for him. Like, I wish I could do like his warm-up runs. I wish I could do like 2 of the tricks he does in his right? Like, and so yeah, so that, and then Tony's Bucky's. I was at Bucky Lassik's. That guy's
another legendary name.
Yeah,
Gigantic.
And then I got a text from Salba, and I didn't have his number in my phone. I don't know how that happened, if I had his number and got a new phone, or if he got my number from somebody, found out I was in town and came up. Salba is a legend from the 80s. Like, when you say OG, Salba is one of those guys, right? Like, legend. And he texted me, hey dude, combi session. Like, he wanted to go, he heard I was in town and wanted to go skate with me. And like, at that point, you just raise your hands and go, I just wanted life. So you drop the mic and walk off stage, right? Like,
it's so cool.
So the
cool.
3 weeks have been a millennial because everything that happened has been something I've dreamed about for 30 years. So I was able to achieve 30 years of dream chasing in a 3-week period, which is the point of the whole process, in that the process, whatever you're doing, requires time. But there's a compound effect. So you reach a certain point, just like investments, and all of a sudden $30 million turns into $15 million in one day. It's amazing what my life is right now, dude. I'll tell you right now. I've imagined and dreamed about a lot of stuff, but it's never been like this. I'm the richest man in the universe, and it has nothing to do with my bank account, dude. We always cry, dude. We always cry the tears, dude. Yeah!
Me and the it's what we do. If we don't drop a couple salty drops on the ground, we're not doing our thing.
Bring the love, dude. Bring it.
Absolutely.
I'm
it's
human.
so great. I think there's one more video. Do you want to set that one up while we're chatting?
Oh, so this is a local park. Best video to end with. Lehigh, Utah. It opened 2 or 3 days ago. And I showed up. I came into town. I heard it was open. Showed up last night and rolled around. And little did I know, 3 weeks of nonstop skating would allow me to do amazing things in a brand new location. And I gave a guy my phone, and there's the result.
Beautiful looking park, and
It's amazing.
Just that first front side there, I was thinking.
Yeah,
to
the
myself,
air's
now.
good. Hey, so
Go
are we
ahead.
going to come back, or what are we doing? Because I've got the pictures of Bucky's,
Now-
but we can show them later or whatever. I don't know what we're doing.
Do we need a commercial break? Let's. We're
Oh, there we
cruising.
go. There we go. Hey, so this is
Look
a
at
place
this.
called The Yard. That's a front side nose bone. Many friends I have. This is a gnarly trick, not because of how hard it is, but because it requires style. So skateboarding, there's a saying in skateboarding that skateboarding is skateboarding because you can't fake it, right?
Absolutely.
And you can't fake a nose bone.
You can't
This
lip
is-
sync.
So this is also this is another trick. So this is a Smith grind. I don't know whether you can fake those or not. I'm not going to get into that. But this is a place called The Yard. It's out in Palm Springs. So I stopped by on my way home, and we stopped by. It's my buddy Jeremiah Risk. It's an amazing place. It was poured by amazing people, and he's an amazing dude. And
And this
it
is
just
a new
goes
spot?
to the 3 weeks. He's had it for several years, 3 or 4 maybe. But it's a rad spot. And if you're going to California, or you're leaving California, or you live in California, go to Palm Springs, dude. Do yourself a favor. The dude's rad.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
So you're going to Sweden?
Oh, das ist gut, and yeah.
Are you practicing?
Dude, I don't know if that was like, that could have been some
got
other
your-
language. I don't know. It
Date
just
man,
sounded good. My bad, Sweden. So
Well, you do have
yeah,
a son named
Tuesday.
Matt, so
Yeah.
I mean that's some cred right there, and he's going to be with you. So
Dude,
that is a good
in.
That is a
I'm
good
in.
Swedish name.
Yeah. So Tuesday. I leave Tuesday. Go to Sweden.
And what's the contest?
It's called Vert Attack. Look it up. Facebook. Vert Attack 2007. 3 words.
So you're now competing in vert. which
yes, sir.
is
like Tony Hawk, so bull. So you had Bob's, which
right.
is the cement. That's more bull.
Right.
You had Tony's, which is a vert, the U shape, and then you had the last one, which is Lehigh, which is a bull. But all of those have vert elements to them, but they're not a vert ramp, which is specifically.
But the ramp thing, I think it's fair to say that X Games, among tons of other comps, but X Games especially, I think, kind of burned that particular setting.
Yeah. If somebody says X Games,
nice.
Yeah. Oh wow. She is a
camera killer, superstar,
savage, savage, dude. Dude, my boy John Magnuson is going to be stoked on that, man. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
First year I'm going there, and he was like, "You're coming, holy cow!" And I told him my son was coming with me. I was like, "Dude, what do I got to do? I just need to get him a ticket." He's like, "Dude, he gets the same wristband you get." Like,
that's awesome.
It's just amazing the amount of respect. Like, so for me, right? I don't care. I did this for 30 years without getting paid, without getting product from anybody.
Sure.
Yeah, I got product here and there, but not real sponsorship, right?
Yeah.
And here I am at a point where, like, people are excited that I'm coming to their event, you know? And, dude, I would do it for another 30 years for no money, right? But the fact that people get excited about me coming, or, you know, comments on Facebook, videos, whatever. I've had several messages after Australia. You know, I probably got 2 or 3 messages from people I don't know on Facebook that said, "Thank you for being an inspiration." Either, you know, one guy said, "Because of you, I picked my skateboard up again." Another guy said, like,
"It's so beautiful."
You know,
so beautiful.
I'm just more motivated, or whatever. And
well, and I have to say that, you know, I've been following these. I watch all your videos. But in watching all your videos, one of the things that has occurred to me, and of course we've known one another for a little while now, so I'm accustomed to your joie de vivre, as the French love to say, your zest for life, your stoke, your passion, all of those inexorable things that you can't coach. And I've been thinking that not just the fans and the old boys who, their skateboard is hanging in the garage or whatever, but also the guys that you're hanging around, that you're competing with, you're bringing something to them too, man. Even guys that I know, you're saying, "Oh, I wish I could do one of the tricks from Bro's warm-up run," and all that kind of thing. Well, guess what? They are thinking the same thing about you. I wish I could be as stoked. I wish I could be as much a leader of the universe by being so passionate and so free in sharing all of that. And you're doing that. And I mean, you're gonna stop being able to skateboard at the same level you are now eventually, but you're never, until your last breath, you're never gonna stop inspiring others for skateboarding, but also just a love for life, my brother.
So I can't thank you enough for that, and what it means to me. 2 things, right? Once I had a friend tell me that when I was coming up, he was like, "Skateboarding needs you as much as you need it."
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, "Those guys see you, your idols. They see you and they go, man, we needed this. I needed something to make me step my game up." And I didn't believe him. I know now it's true. And so it's, dude, it's amazing to be in a place where I'm at and have the guys that I grew up idolizing, you know, we're on the same level. They're stoked to see me. I'm stoked to see them. And
it's amazing. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
So we got the vert a poster up. What else do we need to do social media wise? Tell everybody how they can follow you on all the platforms, my man.
Front Side Jed. All one word. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. 5, live at 5. Let's do this. No, seriously, follow me. I want to share my story. I want to inspire, because there was a time when I wasn't inspired. Skateboarding inspired me to live. My kids gave me a reason to live. And I get to pass that on. And so I hope that one day people learn to live for greatness in themselves. That's my message, dude.
This is Jed Fuller, everybody. Woo! We're going to take a quick break. Oh, we had this super low wide shot. I guess we got They got a shot of our crotches.
Yeah, that's all they needed.
Yeah, buddy. I love you, man. Thank you so much. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Lots more from the Johnny Utahs. What a great show.